But first, we throw it to our good friend Frank Luntz, who's standing by with a focus group tonight in the important swing state of Ohio. Frank, take it away.
Okay, we got 26 of you, and I want to set the stage so people at home can know where you come from in terms of how you vote. Who voted for Barack Obama in 2008? Raise your hands. And who voted for John McCain in 2008? Okay, so this is a group that's leaning towards Obama, but it's important because all of you are undecided, correct? So let's do this. I want to do a word or phrase first to describe Paul Ryan's performance tonight. Let's start in the back.
Paul Ryan, first he was facing an awesome opponent. So based on those circumstances, thought he did a good job.
Go ahead.
I thought he was well coached.
I thought both Ryan and Martha Raddatz allowed Biden to interrupt way too often.
And we'll get to that in a minute.
I thought he was a little unfocused.
I felt like he was confident and respectful.
Not any facts to support the promises.
I think he was overwhelmed.
I thought he looked a little bit scared.
Debonair and prepared.
Debonair. I have not heard a vice presidential candidate ever described. I don't even know how to spell debonair. So let me ask you, Sean began this by talking about Biden's interrupting and occasional laughing. Did you guys see that? Was that obvious to you? Yes. What was your reaction to that?
I thought it was a little disrespectful because he had plenty of time to respond, and I thought he jumped the gun. Shouldn't have done it.
I thought it was a huge mistake. He was very arrogant, and it sticks with me. I can't forget that.
Did you have an issue with it?
Yes, I did. I thought it was disrespectful.
As you watch this, your conclusion, are they qualified to be president? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So I guess my question is, now that you've watched the two of them, your reactions, you compare the two, would be, Dan?
Compared to two, Biden could be president. Ryan basically is still learning to be president, but certainly would be capable of it.
Did he exceed your expectations or just meet your expectations?
He exceeded. He was set. He had grasp of the facts. When Biden interrupted him, it was basically when Ryan was, for the most part, getting jabs into Obama, and Biden was trying to run interference for the president.
And I know that you felt positive towards Biden's performance. Tell me why.
That's correct. I thought Biden had a lot of good knowledge, a lot of experience behind him. I thought he spoke eloquently. I felt he could be president of the United States. I liked him.
What was it about Biden's performance that Barack Obama didn't do? I mean, it was just, go ahead.
He was passionate and he didn't sound scripted.
And you felt that Obama did?
Yes.
John?
Yeah, no, he had a command of almost all of the issues and almost all of the, anything that came up, he seemed to have a natural flow to it.
So compare Biden's performance with Obama's a week ago.
Yeah, Obama seemed distracted, like he didn't want to be there. Biden acted like there's no place in the world he'd rather be than right there.
Biden had more passion.
Do that again.
He had more passion when he was explaining everything than Obama did last time.
He felt very comfortable. He's a good debater. He's an excellent debater.
He didn't need a teleprompter to get his point across.
Okay, I do the jokes here.
Okay.
So in the back, what about Ryan and what Ryan had to say and how he said it? What was your reaction?
Felt like Ryan studied well over the weekend to prepare for this, and I felt like he was prepared.
So you feel that he knows his material?
Yes, I think he does.
How about the debate overall, the format? Compare this with the presidential. Which format did you prefer? Who preferred this one? Raise your hands. And why? Why this one? Anybody?
It seemed more comfortable. It seemed more casual. It seemed like they were talking to each other.
Sitting
down at the kitchen table.
Do you feel like you learned more from this debate?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Tell me why.
It was more conversational.
And did you feel that the conversation was fair? There were complaints in the first debate that one candidate got more time than the other. Do you feel that it was fair this way?
No, I don't think Martha Raddatz did a good job of controlling Biden, I don't think that was fair.
I think she did an excellent job.
And what was the issue with her and Biden? Explain that.
I just felt that Biden would keep interrupting. I thought Biden won the debate, but he kept interrupting, would cut Ryan off. Even Martha Raddatz a few times, I think, cut Ryan off. I did not see her doing that with Biden.
But that's a debate. That's how you debate. That's
But
why
the
you're a good
moderator
debater.
shouldn't help
It's never
the
going to be
debate.
fair enough. You know,
Yeah.
one person's going to get more time than the other.
Mike,
She seemed to go after Ryan a little more, in my opinion.
say that again?
She seemed to question him a lot more than she questioned Biden.
And what gave you that impression?
She asked him more questions. When he would answer, she would immediately follow up with a couple other questions. Well, why? Well, how? Well, this. And then Biden would answer, and it didn't seem like she really followed. She may have done it a couple times, but not as much as she did with Ryan.
Your reaction, James?
Well, my reaction is just I really believe that both of the guys did an exceptional job. My main thing was it was more about the information than anything. I really didn't care so much about the nitpicking. I more cared about the actual information that both of those guys actually gave.
And tell me about that information. Who performed to you? Who connected to you?
Well, I was honestly, once again, both of the guys that are really getting their point across. And like I say, Joe Biden, both of those guys had really great points. And once again, there was no nitpicking. The one guy made a comment about Joe Biden. I just think that he was a lot more prepared than actual Ryan was.
You're smiling.
Well, I mean, I didn't expect Biden to do so well. I just didn't. But his vast experience is so impressive.
Kenneth?
I thought this debate, I enjoyed a lot more because there were very specific policy issues that were discussed. It seemed like the first debate between the president and Governor Romney was pretty much talking points that were rehashed over and over again.
So I'm going to send it back to Sean, but I want to ask you guys one last question. Now that you've seen the two vice presidential candidates, do you think that either, no matter who wins, this country will be better off? Or do you think that there is a clear choice now and you're nervous if the wrong candidate wins? How would you answer that?
I'm still on the undecided side. I wasn't wooed over to either side by this debate.
Did anyone decide absolutely, definitely who you're voting for, without a doubt, because of what you saw tonight? None of you.
No.
Sean, that's important. When we did this a week ago in Denver, we had this huge shift from undecided to Mitt Romney. These people here, if you took their overall opinions, they think that Joe Biden did well. They're not critical of Ryan, but they think Biden did well. But there's no fundamental shift like we saw a week ago. I guess that means we're going to have to wait till next week's debate to see when the undecideds decide.
Frank, appreciate it. We're going to be checking in with you and the focus group throughout the evening right here.